Not every camera still sold in 2025 is a winner. Some models linger on store shelves despite being outdated or crippled. After testing older DSLRs and budget mirrorless bodies, I found 5 cameras that frustrated me with poor ergonomics, dated features, or weak performance. I'll count them down from bad to truly awful. Each section includes a personal take on what it's like to shoot with these dinosaurs. I also provide official manufacturer video links so you can see the promotional spin. Sony's second-generation full-frame mirrorless camera was groundbreaking in 2014, but it's painfully dated a decade later. The A7 II uses a 24-megapixel sensor and in-body stabilization, yet reviewers note that its battery life is weak, and the autofocus system lags behind modern cameras. The camera lacks weather sealing and has a slow burst rate with a tiny buffer, making it a poor choice for sports or wildlife. It doesn't shoot 4K video, and the screen doesn't flip forward, so vlogging is awkward. During my time with the A7 II, I loved the image quality, but constantly worried about missing shots due to the sluggish AF and short battery. Unless you find it deeply discounted, there are better beginner full-frame options today. Nikon's D3500 is still sold in some regions, but it's essentially a relic. It boasts a nice 24-megapixel sensor, but the control layout is stripped down, no customizable function buttons, and only 11 autofocus points. The LCD is fixed and lacks a touchscreen, and there's no 4K video recording. The camera can't autofocus older AF lenses. I used a D3500 for a family trip and quickly hit its limits. Moving subjects were hard to track, menus felt clunky, and swapping settings took too many button presses. As a learning tool, it works, but beginners would be better served by a more modern mirrorless camera. Canon markets the R100 to smartphone upgraders, but Petapixel calls it a bare-bones affair. There's only one control dial and no touchscreen, so moving the autofocus point means poking at a tiny directional pad. The camera can't charge via its USB-C port, and the fixed LCD with low magnification EVF feels antiquated. 4K video is limited to 24 FPS with a heavy crop, and autofocus doesn't work properly in 4K. In my hands, the R100 felt like using a camera from 2015, fine for casual photos, but frustrating for anything more. The price is tempting, but investing a little more for the R50 or an older R10 yields a far better experience. A long-term owner of the Rebel T7 describes it as a bare-bones DSLR that lacks many modern features. The T7's autofocus is slow in live view mode and offers only 9 focus points. Action shots often end up out of focus. Low-light performance is mediocre. Noise becomes problematic around ISO 800. Despite its 24-megapixel sensor, the fixed screen, 3 FPS burst rate, and limited control options make the camera feel old. I used a Rebel T7 at a friend's wedding and struggled to capture fast-moving moments. Many images were soft or noisy. The T7 still sells because of its low price, but beginners may find themselves quickly frustrated. Canon's cheapest DSLR is also its weakest. The Rebel T100 4000D uses a plastic resin body to cut costs and isn't weather-sealed. Battery life is modest at about 500 shots, and the 2.7-inch LCD is fixed, non-touch, and low resolution. With just 18 megapixels and a 9-point autofocus system, the camera struggles in low light and has limited dynamic range. The mechanical shutter is loud, making it unsuitable for quiet environments like theaters. When I borrowed a T100 for a travel shoot, it felt flimsy and outdated. The lack of features forced me to work slowly and avoid challenging conditions. Unless cost is your only concern, there are far better options, even among used DSLRs. That wraps up the countdown of cameras you should probably avoid buying in 2025. Many of these bodies are tempting because of their low price, but they cut too many corners, from slow autofocus and poor low-light performance to lack of modern conveniences like touchscreens and USB-C charging. If you're serious about photography or videography, consider spending a bit more for a recent mirrorless model. It will save you frustration in the long run. Share your experiences or let me know if there's a camera you regret purchasing.